welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy and this is Oatmalk. So I am here on day 5 of the Mary's Mini. I think last time I chatted with you guys about it, it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm on Friday now, and honestly, I don't think that I'm gonna do the full 7 days, and it's not because of anything like I can't do it. It's just like honestly boring, and I don't see like really the benefit for me personally. So I think I'm gonna continue out through today. It's the morning time, so I'm just gonna have my sweet potato with fruit. And then just like Mary's Mini style the rest of the day. But in a previous comment in my first video, someone said that I could have done like the fruits and roots, and I thought that was like such a genius idea, because that's the one thing that I was like missing most about this challenge, was just like my quantity of fruits that I was allowing myself to eat. So yesterday I ate some additional fruit. I got a pineapple, so I had some pineapple slices, melon, and a banana and orange throughout the day. And honestly, I think if I would have done fruits and roots from the beginning, maybe it would have been a little bit more doable for me. But honestly, I just think that the Mary's Mini is not for me. Like, some people really enjoy it and get a lot out of it. For me personally, I haven't really noticed anything other than like I've been extremely like full in the stomach, and I think that's just because of all the fiber. So I don't know, these are my first like initial thoughts, like day 5 of doing the Mary's Mini. I don't think I'll do it again, and I think if I really thought hard about it, like it's very similar to when I ate oatmeal only for 24 hours. I just feel really full and heavy and just not the best. So throughout the week I've had like very similar meals. So I've had a lot of leftover soup, just like mashed potatoes, mashed potato fries, those kinds of things. And I get that they are very simple, but like I said, I don't think this is for me. But anyway, so we're gonna finish off today, and then I'll give you my final updates probably tomorrow.
So I had a sweet potato with berries again for breakfast, and then I made this delicious salad, which I had a dressing of just like some sweet potatoes, soy milk, and garlic. And then for the lettuce mix, it was just some cabbage, cucumber, and celery and onion with a side of potatoes. And for dinner, I had a very similar dinner, just some sweet potato and mixed veggies in the air fryer. For the next day, I tried to make something a little unique and made this like blueberry pudding kind of, with just some frozen wild blueberries, a sweet potato, and milk. And then I added it to a bowl, and then I added on another Japanese sweet potato and some berries, and it was super good. It was like very odd, and it wasn't like super sweet, but I really enjoyed it. I had an apple as a snack that day, and then I took this as my work lunch. And then when I got home, I just made some fresh mashed potatoes and a side of bell peppers that I sauteed in a pan with some water. For my last day breakfast, I just had some Japanese sweet potatoes with cinnamon and berries. And for my lunch, I just had a simple salad from Trader Joe's and some mashed potato french fries. These things are addictive. And then I had some fruit as some snack that I didn't video, but then I just had some leftover soup for my dinner.
So we've made it to the end of the video, and this is where I give you all my deets, all the updates on my now 5 days of completing the Mary's Mini. Right off the bat, I could not do it for a full 7 days. Here are my reasons why I decided to end it early, and my thoughts, the whole experience as a whole. First off, my number 1 reason I think for stopping doing the Mary's Mini 2 days early would have to be because of my extreme fullness. Like, my stomach just, I don't think, could handle all the fiber. It was just like an extremely filling diet. That is my first initial thought and reasoning as to why I couldn't finish it. My stomach just felt full all the time. I felt very bogged down, and yeah, so for me, that reason alone, I was just like, this is just too much. This is not for me. So I decided to listen to my body and be like, okay, you did 5 days, that's great, so we don't need to do anymore. Second reason, it felt very restrictive to me, which I know is the purpose. It's supposed to be super simple, but for me, it felt extremely restrictive. The reason why I chose a whole food plant-based diet in the first place is because you can eat like a whole variety of whole food plant-based foods, and that is what drew me to this diet, to this lifestyle. And so I really think that for like the mental purpose, eating only one starch and veggies just, I think, was too much for me mentally more than anything. It's not like I didn't feel full all the time, because I really did. It was more just like the restriction part of it that I just couldn't get on board with. The third reason, I thought it was very boring, which I know is the purpose of it, but as someone who loves to bake and come up with fun recipes, it's like my outlet to get creative. I felt very uncreative throughout this challenge, and now I know you're gonna say like there's a ton of other like fun recipes you could do with potatoes and different like veggie dishes that I could have made, but you know, I just was feeling very uninspired. And yeah, so for me it was just super boring. If you don't have the time to be cooking all the time, like I think this is a great challenge, because you could literally just steam some broccoli, green beans, whatever, frozen vegetables, and then like cook up a bunch of potatoes throughout the week and just like eat that for all your meals. For that purpose alone, I think it is great. But I have the luxury of working from home, so I like cooking in that regard. And yeah, and those are my top 3 reasons. I felt super heavy, super bogged down, super full, like my stomach was just like, I felt like always in knots, and that could just be very high fiber and my body was just like not used to it yet. Second reason, it was extremely restrictive. I just mentally, it wasn't for me. Third reason, it was just boring. I got tired of it real quick. As someone who loves a lot of variety and like loves to play around with a whole food plant-based diet and all the different options I get, I just got bored. I was like, where's my fruit? Where's my rice? Where's my beans? Where's my corn? Like I was missing all of that. So those are my top 3 reasons why I decided to end it early. With that being said, I did weigh myself at the beginning. So on day 1, I weighed myself, and then on day 5, I weighed myself, and I lost a total of 2 pounds. Now, I do not think it's because of the diet exclusively. One of the biggest things I think it might have been was I was on my period when I first started the challenge, and now at the end of the challenge, I was no longer. I hold a lot of water weight when I get my period. I think it was just my body naturally releasing water because I was no longer on my period. I do think that eating such simple foods, like I got rid of like a lot of sugars and lowered my salt consumption. Those are my reasons why I might have lost 2 pounds over the course of only 5 days. So that has been my experience with a Mary's Mini. If you have been on a Mary's Mini and were able to complete it in its entirety, I would love to know how it went. For me personally, it was not for me, and I don't think I will be completing another one of these types of challenges. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and comment if you've tried a Mary's Mini before. I would be very interested to see how your experience went. But other than that, my friends, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!